As I was saying, I dropped the chain off to give us a bit more space. I don't know what happened, my phone just cut out. Give us a bit of freedom there. Get in and clean the swing arm here and take care of all of that. Get it all cleaned up as much as possible, and then get some paint on. It's still wet at the minute, but whilst it's sat indoors it'll dry off, and then we start once we've got the frame painted, we can start the fabrication, developing, building, putting things together, making it like a bike again. That'd be pretty. That's got to come off and get cleaned up and repainted. Centre stand is going to go completely because that was all mullered. Side stand's pretty good, so we'll keep that. That'll all come off and get cleaned up and painted. So, work to get done. Let's get moving. See you in a bit. Well, here's another killer for you. That shouldn't happen like that. That is the bearings in the head race, which are obviously shot, because that should just run smooth from one side to the other, but it's going clunk, 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 clunk all the way across, and you can see where that's just dropping into place. Yeah, it's locking into a position there and then dropping over to another one, so the bearing's obviously gone. So its head race is going to be apart and the bearings are going to have to be replaced, which I didn't really want to have to do, but it's another one of them. And I'm finding more places where we've got corrosion issues. This bit here, this is where the clutch cable sat into there and is supposed to move for adjustment down to here, with your cable on there. And that, you can see the whiteness in there, corrosion. That is obviously not moved for an awful long time. It was rock solid. I couldn't get it shifted. The bottom nut managed to loosen that off okay. The top nut, it sits into a recess here. You can't get a spanner on it at all. And if you do get a spanner on, because of the casing behind here, you've got no space to move the spanner, so you can't do a thing with it. So I've had to knock it and knock it like crazy to get it out, and eventually you can see what's happened here. The piece that sits on there is actually sheared off. Now that's alley casting. There's no easy way around that. There's nothing I can do. I might be able to get it welded back on, but it's not going to be easy and it's not going to be pretty. I'm bloody annoyed about that. But it's one of those that when you're stuck like that and there's that much corrosion in there, there's nothing you're going to be able to do. The one tip, if you take one tip away from all of the work that I do here, copper slip. Where alley and steel sit together, load the bloody thing with copper slip. It's still not going to be 100% guaranteed. Like the bolt on the front there, this piece here, the bolts through the engine over here, they're all through aluminium. Copper slip, copper slip, copper slip. You stand more chance of getting a bolt out or a fitting out with copper slip between there than you do without it. Because without it, there's what happens, corrosion. And have a good look at that. Get it focused. That is blooming horrible stuff, because it's stronger than super glue. You can see it's actually taken thread marks. It's that intense. It's taken thread marks in there, and that's not a threaded piece. So copper slip is the big key for that. Yeah, don't bother putting a bolt in unless you're going to copper slip it. So there we go. It's stripped down a lot more now. Let's get back to focus here. All we've basically got now is the engine and the frame. Chains come off. That was a split link, so that just run off there quite easily. That's going to need to be replaced though. That was as manky as out, and it's got seized links on it as well. So I'm going to have another go at these two bolts on the back end here. If they come off, engine will be out. We're down to a frame. Just give it a good clean down paint, headstock bearings in, and then start putting it back together and see what I can get done with that side piece. But other than that, ready to rock and roll. A lot of degreasing to do. There's a lot of greasy rubbish on there. That's a horrible task, but it's got to be done. And then sand it up, dress all the rust spots and all that, take care of them, and then it'll be some rust proofing paint, something like your Hammerite, Rust-Oleum, whatever. There's a bunch of them out there. Simoners, there's a bunch of them. Just get it covered. It'll hold back the rust and make it look pretty. So onward and upward, we'll carry on. Hooray! At least I think it's a hooray. The engine's out. Managed to get these two big bolts to move. But again, you start to see this whole thing about copper slip. Look at the state of that bolt. I was very fortunate that managed to move. The bottom one you can see has obviously had quite a bit of oil, but it's also got corrosion on it. So copper slip comes, I don't know how many times you need to say it. And people will put these things together, and obviously this thing's been worked on in the past as well, but they never use copper slip, and I don't understand it, because that would not happen with copper slip. You might get a little bit, but you wouldn't get that sort of level of corrosion. That's just ridiculous. Anyways, it's apart now, so the fun begins. Well, call it fun. All that greasy rubbish, look at the state of it, has all got to be cleaned off, and then it's all got to be dressed back. Take the alley plate off, take the back end off. It's all got to be cleaned up, sanded and painted, and then everything goes back together again. What joy. Right, onward. We'll see what happens. Bye for now. Well, there we go. The bike is in bits. As far down as it's going to go, apart from the headstock getting done. And that, believe it or not, was the easy bit. Anybody can take a bike to bits. Anybody can. Now the work begins. Cleaning all that up, getting it all sanded, getting it all dressed and ready, painted, and then back together. And running. That's the thing. That's going to take some work. And it ain't going to get done by me standing looking at it, is it? So, onward. Let's get these things organised and get them sorted and put out the way a bit. And then it's the cleaning task, which is a mammoth, to be honest. I mean, look at how thick some of this greasy rubbish is on here. You know, to begin with, that's literally going to be a scraper, scraping all that rubbish off, cleaning it all down as much as you can, and then getting some degreasing fluid or something on to get all the rubbish gone. A lot of work to do. You almost wonder why you start these things when you see this. But keep your eyes on the end result and keep pushing for it. Every step further is a step closer, and there's no reason why there needs to be so many jobs left untouched and these projects left half done. You know, people saying I've done the hard work, like I've took it apart and painted the frame. There's no reason why you should have to leave a project like that. So, next job, clean the crud. Happy fun.